Joseph's, turning into George Street.
Got an index, a description over?
It's a black scrambling one. I can't see the plate, it's obscured by mud, but we think it's Darryl White. Repeat, Darryl White. He's got to kill somebody. Stupid boy. About killing someone. Yeah, hopefully himself will do us all a favour. He's turning into Kenley Fields. No, he's gone past it. He's turning into Dishman Alley.
Him, you know. Darryl White. Recognise the boots.
We think it was Darryl White, Sarge.
Any sign of the others, Dave?
No, he was on his own. We'll continue searching the area, see if we can pick him up again.
What have you got, Andrew? Another bike case. Which one do we know? Darryl White, we think. He was carving up the allotments at the back of the Parkmead estate. He took off when the area car appeared. I didn't get him. No, he went across Canley Fields playing silly beggars around the 1 o'clock club. I drove round, but he cleared off.
It's a waste of good petrol, Andrew. A waste of manpower. It's been going on for far too long.
Yes, sir.
No good for the country. Knackering the balance of payments. I'd have a man on every street corner with a bazooka with orders to fire on sight.
Mr. Conway's fixed up a meeting with his contacts on the local council. See if they can't do anything to help, sir.
Well, he's right there.
Sir?
Can't do anything to help. Bazookas. Believe me.
I could kill 'em.
Yeah.
What do they get out of it, eh, Derek? How small are their minds? Cameras, Derek. Can you do us cameras?
Well, they'd just cover their faces, wouldn't they?
No, you could have a man watching down at the station. Red light goes off, he beams in, there they are. Blows the place up.
It's not a video game, Sue.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Polly. This is Sue Naddin.
Yeah, we met before the last time. Or was it the time before? The scenes of crimes officer's on her way. Should make a regular appointment, eh, Derek? Get her own key? I'll take a good look round.
OK, Polly.
Not exactly a major triumph for your crime prevention man, either.
Yeah, you want to get him down here as well, Polly. Sue, look, we really should be going, you know.
Oh, sorry to leave you, but I just phoned Jan Parker. She'll be here any minute.
And take good notes, Polly. I want all this damage well documented.
Sir.
Oh, Joe, don't take your coat off. There's been more overnight hassle from Darryl White and his mates on scrambling bikes.
What's the damage this time?
The allotments are in the 1 o'clock club again.
Haven't they been done for that already?
They've been done, but they haven't been stopped. There is an interesting new angle, though.
Oh, yeah?
Remember that malicious call victim uniform wanted us to talk to?
Yeah, Mrs. Jackson, Sedgwick Avenue. I've got her on my list for a visit today.
We'll make it a priority. She's been on again this morning. She's had calls at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock.
God, she must be exhausted.
Quite. She's got ancient parents. Father's very ill, so she can't leave the phone off in case she's needed.
Is there a Mr. Jackson?
Didn't mention one. But there is a Mick Jackson staying at the same address.
Isn't he one of Darryl White's scrambling mates?
Exactly. Could be just someone giving hassle for hassle.
I thought it was like Fort Knox since the last time. I see they had to go at burning it again.
Yeah, I've seen it.
No. Round that side. Somebody dropped something. Yeah, they tried lighting it with petrol from their tanks. Look, they used cloths. What's this? Dunno. Washing line?
"9:30, he said, on the dot.
He hasn't even told him we're here yet, has he? Was he mucking us about, Derek?
Come on. Come on.
Hey, excuse me.
Chief Inspector Conway from Sun Hill to see the legal director, Mr. Wiley. I know the way, and we're expected at 9:30.
Would you sign in, please?
No, you've made us late enough already.
You've not heard again from Mrs. Jackson, have you, Gov? No, I'm at the house now. Looks like someone left in a real hurry. Okay. I'll leave my calling card.
As you know, Mr. Wiley, we've arrested the offenders twice now. We've taken them to court, watched them being warned or fined, and they're back on their bikes again the same day.
Yes, the reluctance of the courts to impose prison sentences must be very frustrating for you.
They'll kill somebody soon.
Yes. Yes, I'm afraid they will.
Well, we want you to do something about it. It's council property, the 1 o'clock club.
Look, as things stand, the criminal law is not capable of stopping these thugs. But Miss Naden has been to the neighbourhood law centre and come up with a civil law solution.
I'm applying for an injunction at the county court this afternoon.
See, we know who these lads are, and they'll be named on the injunction. We'll be asking the judge to back up the injunction with a penal notice. So if the youth so much as set foot on 1 o'clock club land again, well, we'll have the power to arrest and imprison them immediately.
Well, I wish you luck this afternoon then, Miss Naden.
It's not luck we need, sir. We want the council to back us.
Look, if the council were to join Miss Naden as co-plaintiff, it would greatly increase the chances of an injunction being granted.
I have every sympathy with the plight of your organisation, Miss Naden. But the 1 o'clock club is a public space. Now, to use a civil law to stop certain people using that space could be interpreted by some as an infringement of their civil liberties.
And what about our civil liberties?
It's a political decision, I'm afraid. It's above my head. You must speak to the leader, Councillor Gladwin.
Oh, we've tried that, but the only time he speaks to us is at election time.
Well, he is a very busy man.
Indeed he is, yes. I have an appointment with him this morning.
I congratulate you on your foresight, Chief Inspector.
How old are you, Jan?
19. So you must know them then, these lads. I see them. They always wave or jeer, shout. I don't really look at them. Lots of men do it, don't they?
We know who they are, and we know where they live. Not that you're able to do much about it. Hi,
I'm sorry, I didn't quite...
John Randall.
Hello, Mr. Randall. Hello. Has your granddad brought you out for a walk?
Actually, I'm the father.
Well, for your information, Mr. Randall, we have been doing quite a lot about these lads.
Doesn't stop them doing it, though, does it?
This is criminal damage. It's a serious offence. We've arrested 3 lads in the past for similar offences.
And then the courts just chuck them back on the streets.
Yeah, well, we do have a...
I know, like I say, there's not a lot you can do about it, is there? I did recognise some of them. We do know who they are, these lads.
We do, Mr. Randall.
Oh, yeah, of course. The girls know them. They went to school with them. Or their sisters. They go out drinking together when they can afford to. Some of them are fathers of some of these children, I shouldn't wonder.
And the girls have given these names to you?
No. No, I'm somewhat of an outsider here. I'm sure you can understand. But living on the doorstep, I always bring my little daughter here. I'm a sort of honorary mother. Girls talk. Names crop up.
What names, Mr. Randall? Can you give me some?
Oh, yeah. I've got a little list.
So, how did you swing the meeting with Gladwin?
Yeah, these days his party likes to play the law and order card. He thinks he's got policemen in his pocket.
Still keeping us waiting, though, isn't he, Derek?
Look, we need his help, so you be careful, right?
I think he's a prat.
Joe, Mrs. Jackson just called, full of apologies. Her kid's had an accident. She's at the hospital.
Oh, at least she's apologised.
It may not have been an entirely wasted journey.
How'd you make that out, Gov?
Holly Page has just reported back from the 1 o'clock club. There's evidence that one of the bikers came off and it may not have been accidental.
Mick Jackson.
Worth checking. There was a neck-high tripwire that had been snapped.
Some of the mothers getting their own back.
Maybe. Talk to Mrs. Jackson at the hospital about the phone calls.
Thank you.
Mr. Wiley has told me of your ingenious plan to seek an injunction, Miss Nadine.
Nadine. And we wanted you to help us.
I'm afraid I have a problem with that, a political problem. The 1 o'clock club and the allotments are public places. For the people living in the high-rise estates, access to them is an important right.
Nobody has the right to carve up our amenities.
Indeed not, Miss Nadden. That's why we have a police force and a criminal law to prevent them.
We're doing the best we can, but our problem is with the courts. The sentences being handed out are not an adequate deterrent.
Or you'd like to send them to prison?
I'd like to chop them off at the knees.
An injunction naming specific regular offenders is the only...
Civil law is there to protect public rights, Derek, not to curtail them.
Why don't you let him finish?
An injunction backed by a penal notice would enable us to imprison the named individuals. It would restore public rights to people like Sue.
There are many people living in the borough of Canley who, rightly or wrongly, see criminal law as an instrument devised primarily for the protection of private property. They don't have a lot of property themselves, and they see civil law as a means by which the few rights they do have are protected.
Nobody has the right to destroy public property.
But they won't take kindly to the use of a civil injunction to protect council property when the criminal justice system is clearly failing to do its job.
You mean you're scared of losing a few votes from the old lags down the Parkmead estate?
Your radio interview, sir. 2 minutes.
On my way, Dorothy. Sorry, Derek. There's no reason why you shouldn't seek an injunction on your own account, but as far as the council is concerned, there are matters of civil liberties to be hammered out before we can make any further commitment.
Didn't I tell you he's hopeless? Well, if anything happens to any of those kids,
Yeah, all right, Sue. OK. I had booked half an hour. There are some important matters I need to discuss with you in private.
I'll be back in a few minutes if you'd like to wait. Do you know the way out, Miss Nadden?
I'll show her. Wait for me in reception, will you? It'll be about 15 minutes.
Why, what are you going to do?
I'm just going to have a few words with him about our special relationship.
Your son's had a nasty accident, Mrs. Jackson.
Yes. He fell across a washing line that I use. That's why it was such a bad break. He's lucky he didn't break his neck.
Or lose his head altogether. Could I have a word, please? Is that the story Mick told you, Mrs. Jackson?
You're not suggesting he's lying, are you?
Well, I don't think he's telling you the truth. You don't think Mick might have been in some kind of trouble, do you, Mrs. Jackson?
No.
You don't think he might have been causing a nuisance to a neighbour, perhaps? So much so that this neighbour is now making nuisance calls to you.
I'm not happy with this decision of yours.
Oh, why is that, Derek?
We've made great progress over the last year. A partnership, I believe that's the language we use these days.
Oh, the new language of networking.
I remember you before you got into suits.
And you were an appointed helmet.
Yes, well, I hope we've both come a long way since then.
I wonder sometimes.
We've established a working partnership that's very important to Canley Council, as well as to the police.
Well, we've had some good things from it.
Oh, yes. Money from the government. Money the council couldn't have got by itself.
What's this leading to, Derek?
You've had resources that allow you, for example, to run a football league, keeping kids off the streets. You've had money for street lighting from the Safer Cities programme, sleeping policemen, locks and peepholes for your old folks' homes.
Are you threatening to take your bat home, Inspector?
Oh, no, not me. But I am asking why you appear willing to buy votes from people who have no respect for the word of law.
Now, hold on, Derek.
Why you are prepared to let this persistent vandalism continue unchecked. Is it because you know that come election time you may be able to squeeze a few more votes by putting the blame for it onto the police? Because if that is the case, then it's time for me to question the basis of our partnership and to ask whose interests it is designed to serve.
Well, Matthew, how's Polly getting on with this 1 o'clock club business?
Got some positive IDs, sir. Bloke lives opposite Sorham.
Good. Anybody we know?
Our friend from this morning.
White?
Yeah, and 4 others. One of them could have been Mick Jackson. He's in St Hugh's at the moment with a nasty neck wound. Joe says he got it riding his bike into a tripwire outside the 1 o'clock club last night.
Oh, has he admitted that?
No, but Joe's questioning his mother about threatening phone calls. Cheers. Someone at the club's taking the law into their own hands.
What about our friend White?
Polly's on the way to see him now.
Call her, stop her, tell her I'm on my way. I'll meet her in the high street on the corner by the jewellers.
How'd you go, Derek?
I'd have done a lot better without your textbook exercise on how not to win friends and influence people.
He's not a person, he's a politician. What do you expect?
Never, but never ask a politician directly to do anything. That's my experience. How many politicians does it take to change a light bulb? You're better off in the dark, that's my theory.
So, where's you from here?
I've got to get back to Sun Hill, but I'll see you at court at noon.
What, on our own then, are we?
Mr. Wiley has been instructed to swear an affidavit, and the council's solicitor will be presenting your joint application in court.
What, you mean we've won?
Not by a distance yet. No, the judge is our next problem.
No, but we've got the council on our side. Oh, well done, you old hero! What have you got on him, Derek?
What do you mean?
I'm glad to bring him round.
So young yet so cynical, Sue. Let's just say I persuaded him to see the light. Yeah?
In you get, Polly.
Thanks, sir.
Don't get the wrong idea about this, Polly. It's not that I doubt your ability at all.
No, sir.
Darryl White's father is a right villain. We've had bother with him for years.
Derek, what signals are you getting from the smoke-filled rooms?
We take one step at a time, Philip.
The measured pace of the political process. Well, it may interest you to know that even as you and your politicians ponder the next move, Andrew Munro and Polly Page are out seizing the little scrope by the scruff.
Oh, yeah. To face a firing squad down in the yard.
You're going to give me an update, are you, Derek? Come on in.
Hello, Philip. Thank you, sir.
If I had my way, I'd have a man in every street.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Bazookas.
You know we got the vigilantes at work on this one, do you?
The ones in uniform, sir, or ones without?
Darryl White.
Yes, it is. Hello, Darryl. We're not talking. Oh dear, it's going to be one of those days.
Is this your bike?
Get off it.
Is this your bike? Were you out on it last night, Darryl?
Probably.
What time, do you remember?
No. Well, what about this morning, about 7?
I was in bed.
Ride it in your sleep, do you, Darryl?
Driving it around the allotment, eh, Darryl?
There's a funny smell round here. Why don't you two take it somewhere else?
You've not met Mr. White, Constable?
Not had the pleasure, no, sir.
Not likely to, either. So what's the problem this time, eh?
What's that? Round the back.
Why don't you two start bothering some real criminals, eh? That's the 3rd window this week. Phone calls in the middle of the night. Someone's having a go at us.
The offence is criminal damage, Mr. White. You should always call the police in when you're in trouble.
Oh, you're very funny, aren't you?
Nothing, and Laddo's taken off.
Oh, that's silly. You tell him.
He's a law unto himself.
Not on Sun Hills, Pat, he isn't. Tell him to come and see us. Better for him in the end. And what about this lot? Any idea who's responsible?
That's your job, isn't it?
We can't do much without your help, Mr. White.
Your time of month, is it?
Come on, leave him. He's not worth it.
I have no doubt that the offences to which you refer are appalling, destructive and antisocial. The nub of my concern is that they are all criminal offences, against which the criminal law should provide sufficient protection to society.
That is certainly the case, Your Honour. And we do have several convictions recorded against these individuals.
You are seeking to restrict the free movement of 5 named individuals in 2 named public places, Chief Inspector.
As well as the documented convictions, Your Honour, you do have before you sworn affidavits from the joint applicants. The Council, as owner and administrator of the named public spaces, has supplied an affidavit which itemises criminal damage directly attributable to the named individuals, which runs into thousands of pounds over the last 6 months. Together, we believe that our case has highlighted a public menace, which most urgently needs to be curtailed. And if the criminal law is currently being enforced with a limp wrist, we make no apologies for seeking firmer protection in this court.
Went out for some milk. I've been gone 5 minutes.
So you're going to have to tell me more about what Mick's been getting up to, Mrs. Jackson.
Recourse to civil law in matters of criminal conduct does nothing to inspire confidence in the system. I sometimes think it's a sign to us that we have failed. However, we do require a solution. I have been satisfied that the police have made strenuous efforts to confirm the identification of the individuals named in the paper. I am therefore minded to grant a penal order against the named individuals. If they fail to comply, they could be sent to prison.
Done it, Derek, we've done it!
Not yet, Sue, not quite. We've still got to serve that injunction.
You were great, Derek. You ought to have been a politician.
He's not a bad lad. There's no evil in him. It's difficult since his father took off.
How old is he?
18. I had to put my life back together. Back to work, back earning. Couldn't rely on his father. And anyway, he's got a new family. And I've got my pride.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that.
It is Mick, though. The caller, the man on the phone. He said to sort him out. He said if I couldn't, he would.
I see. And what about the accident?
I'm used to him staying out all night. But this morning I got a phone call from the hospital. He'd been dumped there by his mates. No one knew who he was. He wouldn't talk at first. They'd been messing about at the 1 o'clock club. Someone had put a wire up in the dark. He rode straight into it. Could have had his head off.
Are you Darrell White?
Who wants to know?
That's Darrell White.
I ask you, Inspector, to witness the fact that this injunction has been successfully served on Darrell White. Hey, what's going off here? Back off, you sonny Jim.
This is a court official. He's just served an injunction on your son.
What?
Sort him out, why don't you?
Hey!
I'm warning you, Mr. White.
Look it in! You okay?
Wait,
You sure you're okay?
Yes, it's on.
What's going on?
This man's just served a legal injunction on Darrell White.
I wouldn't accept it.
It's a mistake.
Now you're under arrest too. Get him out, Quinton.
I'll have you slag. You wait.
I look forward to it.
I want her done for assault. I didn't see anything, did you, Dave?
No, nothing. Come on.
Thanks.
It's okay.
Do you do this often?
Sorry?
You didn't half give him a whack.
Well, Derek, it's been a rough old school.
Mr. Randall, isn't it?
Hello. Just doing a bit of cleaning up.
So I see. Handy with a can of paint, are we, Mr. Randall?
As long as it's nothing too complicated. Why do you ask?
That list of names you gave us, of the boys on bikes, it proved very useful.
Really? Good. And are you doing anything about it this time? Anything effective, that is?
Oh, we hope so. Would you mind telling us where you were between 10:30 and 12 this morning?